the beat is. And I told her today, that's the world. I listen to the world is yours. And I'm like, this ain't talking like this. So whoever you think is the best, they not making the world is yours. They're not making If I Rule the World. They're not making Juice. They're not making Warner. They're not making Sky's the Limit. They're not doing it. They're not making Can't Act the Hustle. They're not making The Evil. They're not making Pop. They're not making it. No disrespect. I'm a rapper. I'm not making it.
These biting my style, I hope they got dental plans. So get it straight from the source and cut out the middleman. Get that pure dough. What you get that pure dough. Go get it straight from the source and cut out the middleman. You get that pure dough.
It's me, handsome. And us. With big bros as per usual. James Rich in the building, Big U in the building. And we are back with another episode of Verse for Verse.
Another one.
You know, I think this podcast, this show is based upon, I think, verses that are like this, for instance. You know, the people we about to talk about today.
Legendary, classic.
You know, this is one of them episodes where I will be asking you people whose verse was better, regardless of what some may already think, you know.
Tough one here.
I may try to sell you that some verses.
Might not sway it.
Yeah, I may try to sway some opinions one way or another way, you know, how I'm feeling. You may get my opinion, you may not. Let's see what happens, you know. But today we're talking about Pusha T, Nosetalgia featuring Kendrick Lamar.
K. Dot.
Yes. And just for those of you who don't know, Pusha T is in my top 5 favorite rappers.
That's two of the ones right there.
Both of these artists are in my top 5.
You know what I'm saying? So I want to be clear. Like, I think both of them is heavy when it comes to rap. You know what I mean? Hip hop. Lyrics, just the entendres, just the meaning, the content, even though they say Pusha only has one content in his drug rap.
I don't think they're listening close enough.
They're not listening. He said that. They're not listening close enough. But I'm going to get right into this, man. Pusha starts off. 20 plus years of selling Johnson & Johnson. I started out as a baby-faced monster. No wonder it's diaper rash on my conscience. My teeth and ring was numb by the nonsense. Gem Star razor in a dinner plate. Arm and hammer in a mason jar, that's my dinner date. Then crack the window in the kitchen, let it ventilate. Cause I let it sizzle on the stove like a minute steak. Let's stop there.
Sizzling.
Stop there.
It was sizzling.
I mean, listen, I think the way he comes into this verse is kind of just fire. You know what I mean? The baby scheme.
Yeah, the baby
selling
scheme.
Johnson & Johnson, that's that powder, that's that nose candy, you know, that booger sugar. You know, he started out as a baby-faced monster, you know, keeping baby face. No wonder it's diaper rash on his conscience.
That's so crazy.
Nasty.
Said his teething ring was numb by that nonsense.
These are, to me, it sounds like heavy like metaphors. Back to what you're saying about people saying he only talks about one thing. Mm-hmm. I feel like even that is an example of, it is, I know one of this diaper rash on my conscience, like he's relating it to him selling drugs, but I think just that having that conversation, I think is what separates him that I think people don't understand. It's not just talking about selling of drugs. It's talking about what that does to him, does to his community, I mean, does to his spirit. And,
diaper rash is left on his conscience.
Because if you get down to the bottom of everything, there's no new things to rap or sing about. Everybody is rapping and singing about the same things, but it's how are you articulating, how are you painting those pictures, how are you presenting your artistry that separates you from Cat in the Hat with a bat with a rat.
It's so
I
funny.
sell crack.
It's so funny. It's so funny you said that because like people will say other artists. Of course, yes, we know Hov raps about more than that. Yeah. But a lot of what these same people that don't like Pusha like is the old Hov. I want old Hov.
Facts.
But you know what I mean. So it's like you said, it's all subjective, and people have their their favorites and judge people on their own different.
They be capping.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He explains that in the kitchen. It was him and his drugs. That was his, you know, his date. You know what I'm saying? The mason jar and the arm and hammer.
Did we get? Oh, we
Jim
did that
Star
already.
razor and the dinner plate.
He told him how to.
Yeah,
how
you
to
know,
get it
then
in.
he cracked the window in the kitchen to let it ventilate.
You got to figure out the particulars,
because he
why?
let it sizzle on the stove, like a minute steak.
Yeah. Son.
Nigga, I was cracking
He
the
was
school
cracking
zone.
the school zone, son.
2 beepers on me, started jacket that was
Two-tone,
two-tone,
jiggy.
4 lockers, 4 different
different-
bitches got their mules on.
Yikes.
Black
Hold
Ferris
on.
Bueller cutting school with his jewels on.
crazy.
Couldn't do wrong with a chest full of
chains
chains and an arm full of watches.
Watches.
What I sell for pain in the hood, I'm a doctor.
Son.
Zhivago tried to fight the urge like Ivan Drago. If he dies, he dies like Doughboy the Trey. If he rides, he rides, throwing punches in his room. If he cries, he cries.
What is he saying here?
We gotta.
We took a ride.
I'm about to say we gotta go back.
A lot of stuff.
We gotta go
We didn't
way
skip it. We're
back.
going back to
know,
it.
you're
We're gonna
right.
talk about
Way
it
back.
because he was crack in the school zone.
Son.
That's very dangerous. That
Yeah.
actually gets you a mandatory minimum.
Wow.
Son.
It gets you a higher sentence.
2 beepers on him. You know, he had to make sure he could get whoever needed it when they hit him up. And if he has 2 beepers, that must mean he has enough drugs to get everybody. So in that case, he also has 4 lockers with 4 different chicks holding drugs, being his mule, his drug mule.
And he's explaining to niggas how he's been thinking so scientifically and you know, to this measure since he was at whatever age he was. Like, it's niggas is running around high school playing tag and pantsing each other and shit. He was in there running a
whole drug ring.
he was in there
he had
getting
drug
it
mules
popping.
in school.
He
I
was
wonder
getting it
what,
popping in there.
because I'm assuming it would be high school. You know what I'm saying? Assumption.
Son.
Imagine he was doing this in middle school.
Hey.
No, that's crazy.
Nigga said he had a chest full of chains and an arm full of watches.
What he sell for pain in the hood. I'm a
Like, even
doctor.
that, like, back to the visual, right? Like, chest full of chains,
Son,
arm full of
that shit
watches.
is-
Like, even if that's not a literal thing, could be, obviously, but even if it wasn't, it's just him explaining, like, this is the way I'm living.
Son,
I'm
he
living
was
different.
outside.
So who's Zhivago? You guys.
Dr. Zhivago. That's an ill reference. Let's see who's Dr. Zhivago.
I don't know who that is. I was just about to look it up. He's from a movie.
I think it's a James Bond movie or some. Wait,
Dr. Zhivago. That's actually a movie from
Yeah.
back in the day,
Russian
1965.
Revolution.
Dr.
Yep.
Zhivago.
He was raised by his aunt.
He's a young doctor who has been raised by his aunt and uncle and following his father's suicide.
Maybe there's more to it, or he's just saying he's a doctor like him. But I'm sure there's more to it.
What he sells for pain in the hood. I'm a doctor. Zhivago.
I just feel like it's more than that, but
Yeah.
it could just be wordplay.
Could be.
Possible.
Could
Let
be.
us know in the comments if you know if you
Word.
just know
Dr.
that
Zhivago,
movie. I don't know that
facts.
movie.
Like Ivan Drago, if he dies, he dies. I've heard that one before.
Yes.
You know?
That's from Rocky.
Doughboy Trey. If he rides, he rides. Throwing punches in his room. If he cries, he cries. We don't drink away the pain. When a nigga die, we add a link to the chain. Inscribe a nigga name in your flesh. We playing on a higher game of chess. Once you delegate his bills, who gon' fuck this bitch the best? 1,000,000 megapixels of the Pyrex. Started on the scale, digital, my only Timex. Nigga, this is timeless. Simply cause it's honest. Pure as the fumes that be fucking with my sinus. Nigga, this is Simon. Says Simon. Red. Blood on your diamonds till you dying. Dead.
Yeah.
Yikes.
Listen,
I see
let's
what
get
you
back
did there.
to we don't drink away the pain. When a nigga
did-
die, we
see,
have a
I'm-
link to the chain.
I'm not living on this level of gangster.
So
Cannon,
back to the
cannon,
Dr. Zhivago.
cannon,
Here's my
cannon.
take, because my mind won't let me just, I'd have been stuck on that shit forever.
Yeah.
So in the story, Dr. Zhivago is a dude that falls in love with a chick. They're both married. So he said, tried to fight the urge. He said, I'm a Dr. Zhivago, tried to fight the urge.
He connected it to the next line.
So that, yeah,
Well,
Dr.
both,
Zhivago,
the
they was
doctor.
both married and they was trying not to mess
Be
with each other,
together.
but they was in love with each other. Yeah, so that's the
Okay.
I had to get that
But
off me.
like, and then like Ivan Drago.
if he dies, he dies.
Got it. Yep. Every line is for the next line.
Yeah.
Zhivago
Wordplay.
tried to fight the urge, but yeah,
Like Ivan
that's how you
Drago.
do it.
That's how you put. That's when you special.
That's how
line
you
it up.
put it together.
So you line it up right
I'm
there.
a doctor. What I sell for pain in the hood, I'm
I'm
a
a
doctor.
doctor.
Zhivago trying to fight the urge. Like Ivan Drago. Yeah.
If he dies,
yeah.
he dies.
Nasty word.
He's different.
Nasty.
He was probably going like this in the studio. And then he raps like that.
Listen, but we don't drink away the pain when a nigga die. We had a link to the chain. Describe a nigga name in your flesh.
Playing on a
higher game of chess. Once you delegate his bills, who gonna fuck this bitch the best?
That's gangster.
It's terrible. So this is the thing.
They're playing on a higher game of chess, though. They're playing a different game. That's what he's saying.
Yeah.
That's why I like that he
that.
prerequisited it with that
this ain't
line.
normal
It's
shit.
not normal. I know this ain't normal. And then the next line he goes even deeper. What he says,
a million megapixels of the Pyrex?
this is no.
you talking about?
Just honest, simply because it's honest.
Oh
He said
yeah,
at the end.
right. I mean, so the way I look at it is, he's now being the commentator of the streets. Like this is really what's going
happening.
on. Like regardless of how you look at it, or feel about it. Listen, once we get his money and spread it to his family or whatever we gonna do, one of us is probably getting at his chick at this point. One of us is gonna be hitting and taking care of her at the same time.
And like he said, he didn't even just say split up the bread. He said delegate his bills.
So whatever he was providing when he was alive, niggas is making sure that's being provided.
You know what? When I heard it,
ain't
I'm
nothing
thinking
changing.
Delegate his bills, his paper bill, like the money.
Who's
ain't nothing
paying the
changing.
bills?
Right.
What he got?
Right.
What he got? Card, whatever. All right, we good.
We gonna take care of the bills, and we gonna take care of his woman.
Yeah, and his woman's probably just a woman that was just there because he had bread anyway. So now he's going, let's go. Step in. Yeah, not my style, but you know.
A million megapixels of the Pyrex?
You know how much a million megapixels is?
God damn.
Damn, son.
Yeah.
How clear.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
yikes.
This next line is
Started
hard.
on the scale. Digital my only Timex.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Nigga, this is timeless.
You know, but hold on real quick. Don't let go. Now, like, that's funny because Timex is a digital watch. His digital scale is digital. I love the connections. The way he's writing this is
rapping.
poetry,
His
man.
scale
Rapping.
was digital. That
Yeah.
was his only
Timex.
Because you know the watches that he fucked, and he had an arm full of watches though.
He never had a Timex.
Never.
Never had a
He had an arm
Timex.
full of
Never had a
watches though.
Timex.
The only thing that looked like a Timex
Was
Was his
my
digital scale.
scale.
Yeah.
Because my watches,
He ain't have no
nothing like
Timex, no
those.
Casio.
Yeah.
He ain't have a Swatch. He ain't have none of that shit.
Yeah.
Cannon.
And he had an arm full of watches.
Listen, man. Pure as the fumes that be
Fucking with my sinus. Cause
Listen, man.
Cause it's sizzling on the stove like a minister.
Facts. That's why you had to crack the window, let it
Facts.
ventilate.
That's what I was going to say.
Yeah.
Facts.
Listen, man. So, I mean, I know we don't usually do it like this, but I think it's just only necessary if we talk about our favorite part in Push's verse before we get to Kendrick's verse.
Wait, say that again?
Let's say what your favorite part
Okay.
of Push's verse
Yeah, yeah.
is right now.
So we can give each
I
person
then we're
their
gonna
favorite.
get
Yeah, we're going to give
into
each person a
Kendrick.
favorite
Fact.
part. Yeah, instead of having to pick
Instead of
one.
saying what's your favorite part of the song and then
Yeah.
just doing one part. So what are you going with, Rich, as your favorite part of Pusha T's verse on Nosetalgia?
I think it's that baby scheme in the beginning.
Baby scheme.
20 plus years of selling Johnson & Johnson. Started out as a baby face monster. No wonder this diaper rash on my conscience.
Yeah.
My teeth and ring was numbed by the nonsense. Yikes. He has to relax.
Heavy.
He has
Seth,
to relax.
what about you?
Black Ferris Bueller cut in school with his jewels on. Couldn't do wrong with a chest full of chains. That visual
I just
is
thought sorry, I'll let you
crazy
finish.
to me. That visual, because I know, you know, I'm the old nigga. So Ferris Bueller, that movie, the way that he just swagged himself
Switched
out
it
of
up.
school and did whatever. So for him to take that image and
Make it ours.
That's crazy.
And to add, I never thought about he said couldn't do wrong with a chest. It's almost like I'm the man. I can't.
Son,
Everything I say
if
is
you
gold.
see Ferris
Yeah.
Bueller
No,
in
that's
that
my movie.
movie,
I love that movie.
everything
Yeah.
that it went perfect.
Perfect.
That day was like the
Perfect.
perfect day. Like this
Yeah.
nigga was like, I was outside, you know. So his story is probably different than some other people that was dabbling in what he was dabbling in. Like,
Fact.
Yeah, I like the whole joint from the dinner date to the minute steak, but I also like cracking the school zone.
Nah, that was crazy.
Two
That was my
beepers
other.
on me, starter jacket. That was because that's the visual too. 4 lockers, 4 different bitches got
the school
like.
zone.
I see the movie, like we talking about Ferris Bueller. We shoot a movie of this.
Yeah.
You see the 4 chicks going to their locker, getting the bag out, meeting in the hallway.
They gonna speed up. They gonna how they do that cinematography shit. They gonna speed it up, move around, boom, boom. We got this shit rotating. Yeah,
that's a fact. But now we got to get into Kendrick because this guy.
Jesus.
He's always trying to smoke my favorite rappers on songs, not for nothing. The first time, for me personally, like I remember hearing him on the song with Dre, the Weed, Women, and Weather, or something like that.
Women, Weed, and Weather.
I thought it was dope. But then I wasn't like a big fan of his music, like everybody that was. But then he came out with "Bitch Don't Kill My Vibe," and then the remix. He had Hove on it.
Crazy.
And I said, oh, nah, this guy's a great rapper. He stood on the track with Hove. Not many can do this. I got respect for him for the rest of my life. And now, we fast forward. He's on a record with Pusha T, who's also one of my favorites, and this is how he goes.
He be rapping.
You want to see a dead body? Instrumentals from my mama's Christmas party. Troubles on my mind. I still smell crime. My little brother crying. Smokers repeatedly buying my Sega Genesis. Either that or my auntie was stealing it. Hit the pipe and start feeling it. Ooh, we cut me some slack. We never did that. This was different. Geez Louise, please help me relax. Let's stop there. First off, the flow is just out of his otherworldly, let's say. You know what I mean? That whole, ooh, we cut me some slack. We never did that. So he said he smoked something that wasn't weed. He talks about that a lot. Like he smoked crack by accident. Laced. Yeah, okay, not by accident.
It could have been. In this song, he said it was an accident.
Right. I mean, so I'm not saying he smoked it by accident. He tried to smoke weed and somebody put something on it. Right. But yeah, I like the way he starts his joint. You know, he's talking about living in the hood.
I was gonna say because my favorite is visual, the Genesis part. Right. Because he's saying as if he's not even sure, but he's like, this is probably what happened.
Smokers repeatedly buying my Sega Genesis.
Either that or my auntie was stealing it.
All he knew is that he kept needing a new Genesis.
That's crazy.
Fuck my Genesis. I just had a Sega Genesis. I swear.
Yo. I smell troubles on my mind.
So listen, man. After, please help me relax. Quantum physics could never show you the world I was in. When I was 10, back when 9 ounces had got you 10. And 9 times out of 10, niggas don't pay attention. And when it's tension in the air, 9s come with extensions. My daddy turned a quarter piece to a 4.5. Took an L, started selling soap fiends bubble bath. Broke his nails, misusing his pinky to treat his nose. Shirt buttoned up, taco meat laying on his gold. I said, Daddy, one day I'ma get you right with 36 zips. 1,000 grams of cocaine, then your name will be rich. Now you could rock it up or sell it soft as leather interior. Drop some ice cubes in it. Debo on perimeter.
Oh my God.
Yeah. He went off, bro. And now, so let's be clear. The first time I heard this, I was like, oh nah, he wilded it up. Like he went into that whole tension, quantum physics. When I was 10, 9 ounces had got you 10. 9 times out of 10, niggas don't pay attention. When it's tension in the air, 9s come with extensions.
But don't this sound like what I was talking about when you get on the track? It was like this nigga Pusha said he was cracking the school zone. He said, oh, you was?
Right.
Well,
I got something for you, Mr. Crack in the school zone.
You know what? And then when you said it that way, I'm sure that sparked his whole idea.
He said he was cracking the school zone, huh?
Well, I'm cracked too.
Yes, and this is,
how I explain.
Let me put this together, and then let's get to the end of this real quick, so we could dive a little deeper into this. He said, I said, Daddy, one day I'm gonna get you right with 36 zips. Oh no, we up to. He said, son, how come you think you be my connect? I said, Pop, your ass is washed up with all due respect. He said, well, nigga, then show me how it all makes sense. Go figure, motherfucker, every verse is a brick. Yo, son, dope, nigga. Now reap what you sow, nigga. Please reap what you sow, nigga. I was born in 87. My granddaddy a legend. Now the same shit y'all smoking is my profession. Let's get it. So, as I said, I heard this verse. I said this was fire. The flows, the wordplay was crazy. And then years later, they come out with this whole breakdown how the verse is so much deeper than we probably even thought to even think about it. And now before let's play the clip. Yeah. Let's play the clip and then let's talk about what y'all think about it. You know what I mean? Because some of this stuff is just it's a little. It had me like, really? This is what he did?
Are they reaching?
You know what I'm saying?
K-Dot's rhymes are broken down, revealing the hidden numerology behind his verse.
When Kendrick Lamar said,
Quantum physics could never show you the world I was in.
he wasn't joking. The line is from Kendrick's feature on Pusha T's Nosetalgia, and he continues by describing his childhood during the crack epidemic, using lines that feature the numbers 9 and 10.
When I was 10, back when 9 ounces had got you 10, and 9 times out of 10, niggas don't pay attention, and when there's tension in the air, 9s come with extensions.
When you add up these 9s and 10s, you get 87. Why 87?
I was born in 87, my granddaddy.
The hidden sum being its birth year ties into the verse's childhood theme. But why use only 9s and 10s? 10 plus 9 is 19, completing the birth year in full, 1987. But he also specifically used 3 9s and 6 10s. Why?
Why?
I said, Daddy, one day I'ma get you right with 36 zips.
A zip of cocaine is an ounce, and 36 ounces is a brick. And speaking of bricks, Kendrick cites one of these in the verse's climactic line.
Go figure, motherfucker, every verse is a brick. Your son dope,
nigga.
I mean,
Kendrick calls himself dope, equating the value of his verse to a brick of cocaine.
I mean,
but he also says go
clearly
figure,
meant
as in
all of
check
this.
the figures, and he's serious.
I
Nostalgia
know
is
this
divided
and I watch.
perfectly in half to the second. Pusha T has one half, which contains one verse, and Kendrick has the other half, which contains one verse. And can you guess how many bars there are in each half of the song?
36.
36. Just like Kendrick said, every verse is a brick. And that's why.
I mean, listen, I see your face.
His mind
over
is
there.
blown.
I see it.
Mind
You
blown.
know, you know what I'm saying?
That's Kendrick.
So
nigga.
let's be clear about something. You think he thought of all of this and created this legendary, amazing verse like this? I just want to be clear about that.
Yes.
Okay.
And the reason is because he's the best rapper since the best rappers. Like, it's not, I'll be honest with you, I've given it so much thought. I've tried to be nice, but people, they already trying to destroy my culture, they're trying to destroy hip-hop culture, and this is one way they do it. He's clearly better than everybody. Like, it's not even, like, really close. The person they saying is, like, so special can't fuck with this kid. And we don't know who that other guy is. He cannot mess with Kendrick.
Are we talking about Cole or
We're
Drake?
talking about Jermaine. Well, we know
Okay.
Drake can't.
I'm just making sure.
Drake's
We're talking
not,
about-
Drake's not even a rapper.
Drake's
He's
not
that
even,
guy.
yeah, we're
Just
not
being
talking about
cold.
Drake.
We're talking
No one-
about Jermaine.
We're talking about Jermaine.
Okay.
I like
Afro
Jermaine.
beats artist? Drake.
Check the Afro beat song.
The other reason why I'm saying this though is because everybody's like, yo, Cole's gotten better and better and better. My thing is,
That's cool.
so has Kendrick.
That's cool.
So my thing is this: if he wasn't better than Kendrick 10 years ago, and he got better, how is he better than Kendrick now? Because listen to Kendrick now, Kendrick is really out of this world.
Nah,
like out of this freaking world. He has a thing. His albums, they only make sense to me like 3 years after they've come out. If you go back and listen to Pimp a Butterfly right now, it's just ridiculous. And that even with something like this, I've heard this song a million times.
Right.
I never really thought about all of that. And the reason why I think it's true is because as rappers, the way he ended it, it was like he was trying to
You're
tell
trying to
you
explain
something.
it to you, to get you to go check.
So, I mean, so for me personally, right?
So rewind the line is more to find.
I think,
on
you
his
know,
luck.
he said a bunch of things. Like he talked about 36 zips. Every verse is a brick. That's a brick.
That's normal.
So
I
you know
get
what I
what
mean.
you're
So there are
You would
reasons.
say that anyway.
Right. You know what I mean. But the only way this comes out like this, there's nobody that sat home and broke this down.
I said if he gave it,
He had to.
That's maybe
right.
his
That's
label.
what I'm saying.
That's
Like
smart.
that would be the only thing that makes sense to me.
But that makes
It's
more
no-
sense to say that he definitely did it on
That's
purpose.
what I'm saying. That's the only way. So Kendrick, you need to reply under somebody's comments and say, yes, I meant every word that they said. I broke it down because I broke it down to them. Because there's no way somebody figured this out on their own.
There's no
Somebody
way.
probably asked him
There's no coincidence. That
Somebody-
not,
what did
the
I ask
nines and
him?
Tens,
in
bro.
an interview or something. What did you mean in that verse? Was there any, because you said a bunch of numbers and a bunch of shit that to somebody might have made no sense. They might have been like, what was you talking about?
That's true.
But it's wordplay. That's what I'm saying. It's 9 times out of 10 niggas don't pay attention, and when there's tension in the air, 9s come with
you're right.
extensions.
It didn't have
That's
to be anything
wordplay.
more. It was. I say it was already great. It was already better than.
That's what I'm
everything.
saying. It's really crazy.
The other thing, let's just go with the other side of this and say he didn't do it on purpose. This is just divine intervention.
Because look-
this is how special he is. That God just
And-
put these numbers in his way.
Nah, man. You know, because even when they break it down and they say, you know, he uses only 10s and 9s.
That's
10
crazy.
plus 9 is 19. And
1987.
but look, then he says, I don't know.
87 part. What's the 87 part again?
It's how many tens
You
and
add
nines.
them up.
Yeah,
and
every time he says 10 and 9.
That's impossible to do by mistake.
I
That's
mean,
almost impossible to do by mistake.
But it's not though.
You mean how many times you said
Because
9 times
the only
out of
reason
10?
I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna tell you why.
But a reason, or he said 87.
I was born in 87.
If he didn't say 80, if
My
he didn't say
granddaddy
that,
a legend.
Because after he said all the 9s and 10s, he wants to add it all up
no,
for
that's
you.
what I'm saying.
At the end,
That's
he's trying to
I'll
let
take
you
it.
he's trying to show
understand.
you I did this on purpose.
Yes.
But
And
that's
he said,
so much. It's at the end of the song.
That's
It's
why.
been done.
But he did a lot. The whole thing is a story.
Like the dude said,
it's a
he
riddle.
said, "Go figure, motherfucker. Every
Go
verse is
figure.
a
He's
brick."
telling you go figure. Go figure it out, nigga. Telling you he's different.
And to add
Different, son.
and to add to the, I don't know if they said 3 9s and 6 10s,
Something
which
like
is
that.
36.
Yes.
But it could also be 63. You know what I'm saying? Like however you want to put the
You
numbers.
add it up. No.
No, they
Add
saying
it up.
it's 3 9s and 6 10s, he says. So he said 9 times out of 10 niggas don't pay attention, and when it's tension in the air, 9s come with extension. He says 9
ain't that
3
the
times.
87 thing?
But as well, he says 9 3 times and 10 6 times, which then is 36, which is 36
Nah,
ounces.
that's the 3s. He says 9 3 times and 3 6 times or something like that to add up to the 36 or whatever. That's the 36 number.
He's saying it equals 36 every time.
Nah, didn't equal. He was just saying that's how many he used. This
we
many.
can go back and look at it.
Yeah. But
yeah.
it's just you know it's so, and I mean it's amazing, man. At the end of the day, I just feel I need him to verify that he meant all of these things.
He's the reason I took another break from rap. When I was younger, it was Jay-Z. I'm like, there's no point in rapping. I'm not better than Jay-Z. And I've recently felt like if I'm not doing what he's doing, especially people don't even appreciate it. So I don't like the culture no more. It's trash.
But I remember you saying you didn't understand the drug talk he was talking about in this.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I didn't know those, but they kind of broke it down in the video. I didn't know what equaled 36 zips and ounces, but they kind of told me that now.
Well, look, man. I mean, we didn't really dig deep into his verse. I guess they did it for us.
Yeah,
right.
They definitely did.
There's not really much for us to talk about. They talked about it. Oh,
better than I could have ever.
They did verse for verse's job.
That's a fact.
That's what happened.
They did
there.
the numbers.
Oh man, so I mean, I guess what's your favorite part? Are we going with 9s and 10s?
You know that's my
36
favorite part.
ounces and bricks.
9 times out of 10.
Because you can't have one part because it's all together.
I'm just saying on a rap part too, because the wordplay, all of that. It's just yeah. How's it go? How's it start again? I don't got my phone. 9 times.
He said, when I was 10, back when 9 ounces had got you 10, and 9 times out of 10, niggas don't pay attention, and when there's tension in the air, 9s come with extensions.
My daddy turned the quarter piece to a 4.5. Took an L, started selling. He was going crazy, but that's not the big part.
But I'm sorry, I got a little deeper with that. The whole when 9 times out of 10, 9s come with extensions.
Niggas don't pay attention.
Don't pay attention. All this is also facts that he's giving.
9s
It's
come
not,
with extension.
and that's the difference. It's not just wordplay.
Right.
He's really
Nines
explaining.
come with X10.
So this is the thing.
10.
It's almost a triple quadruple entendre.
He's working in the fourth dimension.
Yes.
Right.
Quantum
rapping.
physics couldn't show you the world he was
And
in.
they said that.
He's working in
That's
the fourth dimension of
That's
rap.
started his verse. I mean, right after.
And how little
He's
that was-
watching us watching him rap.
He's watching. No, he's watching himself watching us.
Watching
Because
rap.
he also was off. What do you call it? What do you call it? A loose, a wooey. He's on.
He smoked crack.
He smoked crack, bro.
It was either
So he was-
a dust one or it was a.
I don't think it was dust. I think it was crack.
Yeah, it was definitely crack.
He said he hit the pipe and started feeling it.
Weed never did that.
So he was so high. He's so high in this verse too. So this is back to what you said about Push starting off. I was cracking the school zone. It's not by mistake. You a
said,
rapper.
oh, okay.
He jumped in and said, "Oh, you was crack." I smoked crack, nigga. How about that?
And I am
crack because I
smoked
it.
crack and now I am crack.
And my daddy sold crack, did crack, whatever he said. His auntie was I'm more crack than you've ever been, Push.
Damn, push. You gotta get him back for
You know
this.
how he attacked
Push.
his verses. If you put him on a song with you, he's going to body you.
The other reason why he's the greatest because he makes no apologies for that.
If you
He's
put him on
shown
a
you over and
song-
over and over. I'm here to beat. I think I'm better than everybody. I want to keep showing you that.
So what's your favorite part, Seth?
The smokers repeatedly by my second Genesis. Either that or my auntie was still in it. Hit the pipe and start feeling it. Ooh, we cut me some slack. We never did that. This was different. Jeez Louise,
please help
That's
me
my
relax.
shit. Yeah.
So I gotta go with. I said, Daddy, one day I'm gonna get you right with 36 zips,
me.
1,000 grams of cocaine, then your name will be rich. Now you could rock it up or sell it soft as leather interior.
Son.
Drop some ice cubes in it.
Debo
on the perimeter.
Now, what does that mean? Let's go a little deeper than that.
So,
Right.
I mean, the way I see it is, he's talking about making drugs.
Yes, I get
obviously.
that. I
You
get
drop
that.
the ice cubes in it, and then it rocks up. Now, Debo on the perimeter, that means
Protecting it?
I'm thinking, once you got it, niggas is out there trying to get you. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Got it. Okay,
you a drug
Debo
dealer.
would steal shit.
Debo on the perimeter. You know
Got
what I mean?
it.
I'm
Okay.
thinking the whole trap house. You know what I mean?
Right,
It's like,
right. Debo on perimeter, protecting it. I got it.
You
Okay.
feel me?
That's what I was thinking. I knew it had something to do with Debo. You know what I'm saying?
He did
I
say Debo.
I didn't know if he meant Debo like somebody taking it or Debo the character.
drop some ice cubes in it. Ice cubes.
Ice cubes. That's what I missed.
Yeah.
There it
Debo.
goes. Right.
Right.
Yeah.
Too much. See? Every
verse is a
bar.
brick.
Yo, son, dope,
nigga. So, I mean, he left me kind of speechless. Ain't gonna hold you. If you guys know.
So who won? Whose verse is better?
I mean,
it's unfair.
So look, this is how I'm gonna put it.
He renegated it.
Here's how I'm gonna put it.
He renegated it.
If we're going off of what these people broke down and said he was saying,
he can't lose in that.
yeah, there's no way he could possibly
could it
have
be the best verse of all time?
This is what I was gonna say.
Nah, they got other breakdowns. Other niggas been doing that. These
Maybe,
rap
but
niggas.
I'm saying
now
they
we gotta
make
talk about it,
other
'cause-
breakdowns is fine. But this is different. The numbers, the 19, the 87, the 10s,
The
the 9s,
realism,
the 36,
authenticity,
the actual what he's
the
talking
story.
about. I don't know if I've ever heard anything that good in my
Another thing I'll
life.
add,
My nigga 3 stacks right like that.
another thing I add when he said "Trouble on My Mind," that's a Pusha song.
With Tyler the Creator.
Yes. So it's like it's more facts that he was making sure you understood.
started out,
Everything I
I'm
said
about to tackle
is
this
related
nigga.
to something. I'm not just saying nothing. I didn't waste a bar in this whole verse.
Yeah, nah, he's a monster. Definitely.
Listen, man. This was another episode of Verse for Verse.
Hell of an episode.
I also want to know, do y'all think Kendrick Lamar is better than Jadakiss
And J. Cole.
and J. Cole? You know what I'm saying? And let's talk about that in the comments. You
And
heard?
is this the best verse of all
Because
time?
Jada is in my top 5, but Kendrick is not, just so we clear. Top 5 dead or alive. But like, share, comment, subscribe. This was Kendrick Lamar. No, this was Pusha T featuring Kendrick Lamar, Nosetalgia.
Word.
We out of here.
Big body.
It's me.
Big body that.
Handsome.
Crazy.
Best verse ever.
These buying my style, I hope they got dental plans. So get it straight from the source and cut out the middleman. Get that pure dope. Get that pure dope. Go get it straight from the source and cut out the middleman. Get that pure dope.